You're watching Iowa Live. Everything local, entertaining, and meaningful in Central Iowa is right here on Iowa Live.
Well, we have taken the Carl Chevrolet Studios on the road once again. Of course, we are at the Iowa State Fair. Kim Bogenschutz is joining us from the Iowa Department of Natural Resources.
Right, we are so happy to have you out here, Lou, at our beautiful building at State Fair Aquarium, right on. Come in the main gate on Grand Avenue, and we are right here.
Just hang a left when you come in the main gate.
Exactly.
You hang a left, and this is the first building you probably should go see because there are some really, really cool fish right behind us and other things inside this building. But here's what we want you to do. When you come in here, we want you to learn something when you're here.
Exactly.
Right, Kim?
We do. So one of the things, we have all of our really cool native fish, but we also have some invasive species here that we want to talk about, and we want people to learn about them.
Okay, here we go. We have invasive species. Tell everybody what invasive species are and why it's so important.
Right, so invasive species are species that are not native to Iowa. They're not supposed to be here. And then when they get here by different ways, and then they kind of take over and are problems for our native species and for us sometimes too.
Okay, and these are both plants and animals,
both
right?
Plants and animals. And what we want to highlight right here is, we have some really pretty plants, goldfish, zebra mussels, that just don't put them, if you have them in your homes, especially your goldfish, don't put them into our waters because they can grow like this.
Look, these are goldfish.
These are goldfish.
Little teeny goldfish. Now, where are these from?
These are from a pond in Johnston.
No way.
So they're from,
Oh.
From somebody probably got them at the fair, those little fish, and grew, and then when you put a little fish into big waters, this is what happens.
Wow.
And then they compete with our bass and bluegill and other fish.
Okay, and these cause harm. Tell everybody how dangerous it is, and really is dangerous for them to be introduced into the water systems.
Right, because they compete with they eat the fish that our native fish are supposed to eat. Goldfish are actually a carp species.
Okay.
So they muddy up the water,
Yeah.
and it's just not good. And would you rather catch a goldfish or would you rather catch a bluegill or a bass or something like that? So they really outcompete, and you can see that, and they just take over. The plants can do the same thing. Plants can grow up and really make fishing difficult. And
All right, so let's move along here because when you first come in to the DNR building, you get to see what everybody wants to see, the lunkers.
The lunkers, the big fish.
Okay.
So,
what do we have here?
Truly, so this is a northern pike. We've got a channel catfish here. Inside the tube is one of my favorites, and I don't know if he'll come out. That's a bowfin or a dogfish, and they're really, really cool. We got the flathead hanging down.
You see the back end of the flathead?
Yeah, we got
or a smooth tail. Okay.
Right. Yeah. The rounded one.
These guys?
Rainbow trout. There's a walleye.
And that's not a small walleye. That's a lunker.
That is a lunker.
Jimmy Lunker would be very happy to dip his rod into this pond here.
Right, exactly. So these are, big fish that our fishery staff are the ones who bring these fish to the fair. They go out and collect them. So these actually came from lakes and rivers in Iowa.
How do they acquire these? Are they netted, or how do we get these?
Usually we use electrofishing.
Okay.
Because it's less harmful.
It is really? I didn't know that.
Electrofishing. It just stuns them so that we can net them, and then they come back. In nets, they sometimes get injured or don't look as nice.
And they also take away some of the protection they have on the outside of their scales.
Yeah, so they come in just days before the fair.
Really?
Yep, and they'll stay here the whole...
Of the whole fair. What happens to them afterwards?
So we either take them back to our ponds. They can't go back into natural waters because they may have picked up diseases or things like that, and because they come from other places, we don't want to introduce them into different waters.
Makes sense.
And so we put them back into ponds. Some of them actually go to Bass Pro Shops.
Oh, really?
So
they stay on display.
They stay on display.
Very cool. Now, one more here. We're going to show you. This is only 3 of the aquariums you see when you come into the DNR building. Look at these guys here.
All right, this is kind of the star of our fair this year. So these two are invasive species. They're our bighead and our silver carp. The 2 dark ones are silver carp. They're the ones that jump out of the water.
Right, and they can jump in boats even.
And jump in boats, or they hit people. And the yellow one is actually a bighead carp. It's an unusual color for them.
And you said the star of the show.
He's the star
Okay,
of the show.
what does this carp, does it have a name?
This is, no, do we need to name him?
It will now. Okay, so when you come in, say that you want to see Big Head Todd. We're going to name this carp Todd.
Big Head Todd.
So come on into the DNR building and see Big Head Todd appearing in person here at the Iowa State Fair. Now, people want to get more information about the DNR and how to avoid introducing invasive species to the waterways. What's the easiest thing they can do?
They can go to our website, www.iowadnr.gov, and if you hit /AIS, it takes you right to the aquatic invasive species page.
That is awesome. Kim, great job as always.
Thank you.
High 10. Now we're going to take a little bit of a break, and we're going to show back up right down the road here. We're going to stop by a tour bus and visit with Concept by Iowa Hearing. You have a chance to win hearing aids every single day of the fair. We'll tell you how next on Iowa Live.